just try to do it. Hey,
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Shane, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, can you hear me okay? Okay, does it,
Yeah,
I mean, can you hear me good? Because I'm on.
yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay. Okay. Okay, awesome. So if there's any feedback or that, whatever, let me know, because it just automatically picked up on the Bluetooth.
Ah, nice. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be us going live without it trying to mess around with us going live.
Yeah. So Shane,
Amazing.
how's everything going?
It's been an incredible couple weeks. I'm really looking forward to Christmas and taking a little bit of break. But most importantly, looking forward to seeing you guys on the 16th and as many times as we can while you're back in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, we'll be there on the 16th. If you guys haven't done it yet or seen it yet, go to the Human Garage page, go to the event section, and December 16th coming to Vancouver. We'll get people coming from.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I was actually talking to Big Charlie, and he's going to try and come up there for that. That would be Carlito.
From Africa. Well, that would definitely be the first person coming.
Yeah, from Kenya. But yeah, actually, I was hooking up a machine yesterday at a fellow human garager, and she was wondering if you had to be a lifestyle artist or finish the 28-day reset. And I'm like, I don't think so to come. So
no,
yeah.
This is for open public. It's open public to anybody and everybody. People who've never even heard of Human Garage, bring them. This is designed like Joshua Tree. It's a massive. You were there in the summer. It's like that.
Yeah, I talk often about our experience on, I think it was like the end of August there at Hastings Mill Park when there was about 250 people there. I know the Joshua Tree one was even more intense. Like the thing is you start creating that Maharishi effect, and the energy was literally palpable. Like you could actually feel it. Like there was people walking by that weren't even, they had no idea about you guys and what you're doing, and then they stopped and joined in. Like it was really, really cool to see.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we because we have a venue and it's we're indoors. Like those are all free because we're indoors. We have a charge for it. Allows us to cover the cost. Facilities are not cheap right now, especially at Christmas. At Christmas, we had 40 facilities that we went and reached out to. Only one.
Well, I'm glad that you grabbed that. Where is it again?
It's South Hall. It's South Granville,
cool.
70th kind of area.
Cool. Looking forward to that.
So talk a little bit about okay, we're going to talk specifically about antioxidants, healing in the body, hydrogen, and how that physically works. And guys, if you're watching this, can you give us a bunch of likes, and can you hit that button right down on the bottom there and send it out to a friend or two? The algorithms have been doing something weird lately, and I think maybe we've been pushing a lot of controversial topics. So I'm not sure it's notifying everybody. So if you can actually send it out to a few people, it will notify people.
Yeah, that would be great.
So what's the big deal? Everybody's asking me about hydrogen machines. Like they're asking me predominantly about breathing hydrogen. What's the difference between breathing hydrogen and
I mean, hydrogen, the molecular hydrogen is a gas, right? And so inhaling it is one way of ingesting it into your body. There's also hydrogen-rich saline, so it's dissolved into a saline solution. That's only going to be used on, at a clinical hospital type of situation. Hydrogen gas, actually, inhaling it was one of China's first lines of defense with COVID. They started using that in the hospitals in back in 2020 when we went through all that mess. So I mean, I've seen from the studies that I've seen on like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, that is primarily used with inhaling. I would say I'm of the opinion that in terms of convenience, the best way is to have it dissolved into your water, because you're always going to need to drink water anyways. It is a great way for hydrogen to get into your gut and in your intestinal tract, whereas hydrogen, when inhaled, will be better to get into your lungs and respiratory system. So it's there's options out there for inhalation machines, not necessarily cheap. You still got to make sure that it's filtered properly, and so that's it. Just I think it comes down to convenience. I mean, in this day and age, everybody's busy doing their own thing, so it's nice to be able to have a machine that creates it and dissolves it into your water for the water that you need to and are going to drink anyways.
Yeah, so that leads into the question: how do you cure IBS and Crohn's? Well, first, there's a couple different ways. 28-day reset, adding boron to your list. I treat all of those as a parasitic effect, and then just like you said, drinking the hydrogen-rich water. The first place.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I've helped many people with IBS, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, with helping them with the hydrogen water. That's like you said it. It's one of the first things that you're going to do. And because it's going into the GI tract, because it's going into your gut, that's why over the last few weeks I've actually had a few people ask, like, is it like I'm feeling high from this water? Is that okay? Like, I'm like, hey. Like Gary said, you're getting high on your own supply. But the real, the beauty of it is because you're stimulating energy and microflora in your gut that may have been imbalanced before, and that's what hydrogen and what I do is all about. Is helping you reestablish and maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle. It's getting you back to that balanced state. It's getting you back to homeostasis. And hydrogen does an incredible job of doing that. And again, when dissolved in your water, it's the best way to do it. You're gonna, especially if you're doing the fascial maneuvers, you're doing the 28-day reset, because when you do the 28-day reset and you're doing, you're releasing all of this trauma and stress and toxins into your body, it's important for you to be able to then flush that out, right?
Yeah. So like, someone is asking how they take the boron. I take mine in with my diatomaceous cert and Irish sea moss in with water in the morning. That's how I take it. Somebody was also referring, I think, to like a process for flushing the body for autoimmune. We have found that people that are dealing with autoimmune issues, people that are dealing with sorry. This almost drove on in a rut. I'm staring at you. I can see the car, and we're headed for like a drop off.
We were so far away from it. We were far away.
And I'm like, and I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at this. Shit. So if people want to deal with autoimmune disease, go to our I Cured My Autoimmune Disease on podcast on our YouTube. What you'll find is that we have about, with autoimmune symptoms of autoimmune disease, we get about 200 or 300 people every single day that have reversed their symptoms just by following the 28-day reset protocol. There's a lot of stuff out there, and I'm going to say right now that the only thing that I believe that the body needs is minerals, inflammation control, movement, like fascial maneuvers help move the fascia specifically, and that's it. When the body has those elements and they're done regularly, take the stress out, the body will heal itself. The reason why we do all these fancy treatments is because we're not doing stuff regular. We live shitty lives. But it's not really hard. We lay it out step by step. It took us years to figure out how to do this. And now you can just go right into the 28-day reset. You go right to our webpage, go to the 28-day reset, and you'll get that year's worth of information, and you'll see why there's millions of people around the world doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like what I was saying is, we're restoring that balance. That's exactly what the fascial maneuvers are helping you do. You're getting back to that original state that you want to be in.
So So why is it that people don't? Why do they like? What is the first reasons why people are actually treating their water? Like, what's going
Well,
on that you're seeing out there? Because people, I get a lot of people. They think that water's okay. The number one. The next thing is I drink filtered water. Why is
well,
that
it's not
okay?
that. I mean, it's better than just drinking straight tap water. Getting some of the contaminants out of there, getting most of or all of the contaminants out of there is hugely important. It's going, it's in stages, right? It's kind of like the four agreements. One of those being do what you can, do your best, and so it's taking it in steps sometimes, and filtering your water is the first and most important thing, is making sure you get a lot of these contaminants out of your water. A lot of times when I talk to people about their water, they think, they talk about chlorine and fluoride, which is hugely important to remove from your water. But there's so many other things like your pharmaceuticals and pesticides and heavy metals and forever chemicals and stuff. So that, like if
Are people getting that's a good point. Are they these chemicals, are people getting them out of their, are people right now, are they getting them out of their water when they use a normal filter?
most of the times, no. If we're being honest, like there's a lot of things that get overlooked with many of the systems out there. Even if you're using Brita water or a Brita water filter, that's only taking out chlorine. It's leaving a lot left in there. There's others.
Well, if people are going to buy Brita, they can buy the pitcher that you have, which actually takes out
Yes,
99.
exactly. So that's exactly what I was going to lead into. And again, it's do what you can, do your best. So I mean, if you can't afford the countertop or the H2 system, first things first, make sure you're filtering your water and filtering it properly. Because bottled water, which is an entire aisle in your grocery store now, is not a good option either, because a lot of times you're just getting you're getting bottled tap water, and another thing is how long is that bottle, or are those bottles sitting on the shelf before it gets to you? All of the microplastics and chemicals from the petroleum that creates that plastic get into your water. And
Yeah, that's a good point. That's the strongest of all the points, is that if you're drinking water out of plastic, it doesn't matter what that source of
yeah,
water is.
exactly. The plastic is doing just as much harm, if not more, and that really needs to be taken into consideration. I see a lot of people asking about zero water filter. Exactly what Big Lady just said. It does remove everything. It's more of it's more of a reverse osmosis style of a Brita, and for that I would recommend, if you already have a pitcher like that, you're already using a Brita, you can just order the perfect pitcher water filters and throw that in there. You don't need to order the pitcher, because I think they're out of stock at the moment right now anyways. But yeah, the perfect I've got, I that's my biggest and best recommendation for you. If you're going to use like the pitcher style, is the perfect pitcher, because it will take out 99.9% of the contaminants, but it will also leave in the minerals like your calcium and magnesium, the good stuff that you want in there.
So, so we have a bit of a conundrum, because just generally, if it's in the tap, if it's filtered from the tap, if it's bought in a store, it's generally just not that good.
Yeah.
That really affects the majority of the population. So, and I get that. Like, I was watching this girl on TikTok the other day. She's a chemist. She took salt water, put it in a petri dish, and she had a quartz crystal in the shape of a pyramid, right? She forgot she was doing all this testing, and then she forgot, she left it there. The water dissolved, and then all the salt crystals she put them under a microscope, came out
That's
in a purification.
interesting. I mean,
so then she took, and then she repeated the experiment, you know, because she was surprised, and did it, you know, one with a cube, one with nothing, and one with regular water to see if it would change with nothing in. And again, everything came out in a cube format. So the water, and it was like such a simple test, and you could see it with a high-powered magnifying lens rather than rather than having, you know, high-powered microscopes, right? And so we know that the water is going to take the structure of whatever it's in. So what happens for people that have filtration systems or structuring systems in their house? Now that water goes through right angles of pipes.
well, that's why the point of contact structuring system, like what I have, what you have, what many of the people that are watching here have, is key, because it's the last thing that's done before it comes out of the tap. So it's because you're right. I mean, it's if you're structuring the water, let's say there's a whole home structuring system, and it goes to a pipe and then goes up like that at a 90-degree angle, you're losing a lot of that structuring right away.
But so I've had a whole home structuring system. The water does.
Yeah, I'm not saying you lose all of it.
Is there a limit? Yeah.
No, it's not going to get rid of all of it, but it's not going to be as good as and I mean, especially for drinking. Yeah, you mentioned, you feel it, like if you're showering in it and bathing in it, you will.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I gotta address this. Too dangerous to watch. I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a car. Okay, before somebody gets their bees in a bonnet and tries to go to Instagram and say it's dangerous. I
was watching you with both of your hands up at the same time while the questions were being asked. I'm like, yeah, no, if he's driving, that's just obviously you're obviously a passenger in this.
We have a live.
Oh, hey Gail, hey Lisa.
Hey, Shane.
Avocado toast.
Yeah. I just want you to be clear that I'm not driving a car and doing a live.
That's good. I'm glad that we cleared that up, because it's we don't want any danger happening here. But yeah, so again, the point of contact system is going to be the best when it comes to structuring water, and that's why using those crystals and the pyramids and stuff will work in their own ways. I mean, look at the Emoto experiments with the frequency in water. Water and vibration, they go hand in hand, right? You know, that's exactly why, if you are Gary's spirit guide for driving. That's why if you pray in your water and on your food, it does make a difference.
So somebody asked about 5 gallon. If you get a 5-gallon jug of reverse osmosis, okay. First of all, I would go with spring water if I could, not reverse osmosis. Second of all, if I had reverse osmosis, I would get liquid minerals and add them in, or I would take the reverse osmosis, put it into a glass jar, and I would put rocks and crystals all on the bottom of the glass jar, and as I drip it, it would filter through there. You're gonna get some structure, and you're gonna get some minerals.
And on top of that, if it's a 5-gallon jug that is plastic, which most 5-gallon jugs are, it being reverse osmosis, it's going to leach those chemicals that we've already talked about from plastic even more.
Oh, you're right. The reverse osmosis is going to strip the chemicals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same effect as it's doing in your body. You know, it doesn't have minerals in the water, so it's pulling the minerals from your body. You know, it's the same type of theory as if you don't filter your water, you become the filter for your water. If you don't have minerals in your water, you become the remineralization for your water.
Yeah, and so willow tree yoga Yes, if you're molecular hydrogen, that's what we're talking about. The Alcaviva system is the one that Shane works with. It's molecular hydrogen, and and I've used other ones too, other ionizers, and they do not work as good. I can just say from my own personal experience, and I've been doing this for a long time. I've been using
Yeah,
ionizers for
yeah. I mean, ionizer technology is not new. It really came out about molecular hydrogen in 2007 and with the published article in Nature Medicine. That link is actually in my link in my bio. I've got a few different studies and reviews in my link because that one's kind of the granddaddy of all reviews. It's been cited over 2,000 times now. And that was really what made the change for me in my career in this industry. Is my focus is completely on hydrogen. Is alkaline water good for you? Sure, absolutely. Is it going to alkalize your body and balance the pH like many people think it will? No. Is structured water good for you? Absolutely. It is better for you than alkaline water because it's structured properly. It's going to absorb better. But nothing is going to help you reestablish that balance that you're looking for. Then nothing's going to do it better than the hydrogen.
So structured water. Let's have this question because I get this a lot. So if I have structured water, is that the same as hydrogenated?
No. Structured water is easier to create than the hydrogen water. The hydrogen water is created in two different ways, basically, through electricity or the molecular hydrogen tablets. And I'm glad that we're able to address this because I saw someone asking about those earlier. The hydrogen tablets can be good. It's a good way for you to have it when you're traveling if you don't have one of the portable hydrogen units.
I got that. I gotta tell you, at first I thought, I don't know about this. There's not a lot of water. And then as I started using it, and it's gonna be charged up, I've only charged it. I've been using it. I use it all through Costa Rica. I've been using it all the way back here. I have on one charge, and it only takes a couple minutes. So I just put it. By the time it's done, I'm ready for my next one. And I've done it a couple times where I needed more, and I've made it, put it in a glass jar. I mean, I am.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal technology. If you are trying to get hydrogen in your water, and the H2 machines like I have from Alcaviva are out of your price range for the time being, get yourself a small hydrogen generator because you'll have that source right at your fingertips. Takes 5 or 10 minutes depending on the cycle that you want to go with, and you have it right then and there. Whereas the tablets, it's gonna be a continuous cost because you're gonna run out. It's a bottle. It's just like any other supplement. And the tablets too, if they don't dissolve properly, you get this very earthy taste, and it works more on the magnesium citrate side of things. So you're gonna be clearing some things out, which can be an uncomfortable experience for you and anyone in your general vicinity if it doesn't dissolve properly. So that's.
So people were asking. So I just want to reference is that all this stuff you can go into our website under products and partners, and you can find the information from H2 Water Experts and Alcaviva. And somebody asked about distilled water. So that, I mean, that's the same as reverse osmosis.
Yeah, essentially, you actually waste more water with distilled water than you do with reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is about a 4-to-1. The water that gets wasted for the water that actually comes out that becomes drinkable. Whereas distilled water can be up to 10 to 1. There's a lot of because it's basically a steaming and boiling process. You're putting the water almost in like a double boiler, and it's quite the process to have distilled water. I mean, I know people that do like it, and I mean it's great because it is removing everything from the water, but the downside is it's removing everything from the water. So
think the question, I'm not sure what the question is. It says,
Listen.
can you use
Oh, there you are.
food? Yeah. Yeah, somebody said, can you use food grade H2O2 in water? I think we made H3O2. Yeah, so H3O2, we use it to cook. We use it, we use it for bug bites. We use it for cleaning, acid level 2.
Yeah.
We use it for skin. We use it for washing our fruits and vegetables with the.
Yeah, so I think what she's asking, or sorry, he's asking here about the H2O2 is food grade hydrogen peroxide. That's actually it's a good point, because hydrogen peroxide is actually a natural free radical in your body that helps clear out some certain things in your body. So there are some uses to that in like intermittently, you know, every now and then type of thing. But it's actually a good good segue for me to talk about how hydrogen only neutralizes certain free radicals in your body, which is the hydroxyl radical. It leaves some of the other free radicals, which are good for you, alone. Where, you know, it's kind of like bacteria. You think, you know, oh, bacteria is bad. Well, we all know that bacteria in your gut, microflora bacteria, that bacteria is not only good, but it's essential for your immune system functioning. Same with some of the hydrogen peroxide. That it's good at clearing some of the bad stuff out of you too. So it leaves all of the other free radicals alone and only scavenges for the most cell damaging cytotoxic free radical, being the hydroxyl radical.
So we got a question here. Chemical structure of hydrogen water still H2O?
Well, yeah. So I mean, when it's done through our systems, it's H3O2, so you got structured water, but the hydrogen, as mentioned at the very beginning of this one, we're talking about the gas and how H2 molecular hydrogen is a gas. That's dissolved into the water. So it's like an extra part to the water in a similar way, not exactly the same way, but in a similar way to how minerals are an extra part of the water layer, calcium and magnesium. It's dissolved into the water. It's not changing the H2O, or it's the electricity that turns the H2O into H3O2, the structured water.
Somebody's asking about drinking from stainless steel. Like, I prefer drinking from copper, but I don't always have copper.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, in my opinion, the best thing that you can drink from is glass. Although obviously in a portable situation that becomes dangerous, because I would for sure break a lot of glass bottles because I'm just clumsy like that. But yeah.
Does anybody else hold on? Somebody said they're having trouble hearing me.
I can hear you just fine.
Trouble hearing me. Okay.
Yeah. You did kind of glitch there for 10 seconds.
So I drink from a copper cup when I have it. I just got one 2 days ago. Again, copper is the electricity for the cell, and we have a lot of disruption in our electrical pathways today. I find that copper has a very unique energy source for me. I find it works pretty well. I prefer storing and drinking out of copper and stainless steel, glass, because of the light. Copper.
Yeah, I would put it in that exact order as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not here, Gary's comment. Yeah. Sorry, guys, if we're coming in and out. So when somebody goes to purchase a water treatment system, I mean, there's a lot out there. What can they do? Can they contact you? Do you have information, other sources? Can they compare systems?
Yeah,
Can they ask questions? I mean,
it absolutely is. I mean, the more people wake up and become aware of the water that you're putting in your body and the impact that it has, the more confusing it can get, because more people will come into the market and try to capitalize on it and fair enough. That's just the world that we live in. My job is to help educate you, give you the information that you're looking for in the proper way so that you can make an informed decision for you and your family. So when you come to me, you know, I'm not going to be sitting there selling you a machine until if it comes to the time that it makes sense for you and your family and your budget and all that. Any of the information that you're looking for, please reach out to me because I'm happy to point you in the right direction. I mean, the link in my bio on the very first page, it's got a link there where you can schedule some time with me. We can meet on the phone or on Zoom. The second page is the links to the sites where you are different in the world for the product pages. It's also got the link for your guys' the Human Garage app to download on there. And then the third page has all sorts of different databases like molecularhydrogenstudies.com, molecularhydrogeninstitute.com, where you can read up on it. There's got a few key studies, like I said, the 2007 article published in Nature Medicine. But yeah, my goal here, you know, my job is to educate people, and my job is to, if you do get a machine from me, make sure that you're able to use it to the best of its ability. Like, yes, just the use and the benefits that you get from the molecular hydrogen that you get from the drinking water alone is 100% worth the investment for you and your family. But there's 8 different levels of water that are created with it, and I want to make sure that you're able to use that to its full capacity. You know, it's important to me.
By the way, for people who do that, do you have a level 1 is what is?
Yeah, absolutely. So right on my page in the second post in the top of the middle is link there, and for everybody that, you know, when you purchase the machine from me, I will send you the PDF version of that so that you can have it on your, you know, on your phone, and you can print it out and laminate it and keep it right by your sink. So that, I mean, the instruction manual that it comes with the machine does have some things on there, but I created that with the help of Lisa, thank you so much, for people to use. And I mean, it's just it's a basis to it. You know, there's even more uses that you can get out of it, but it just gives you a good idea of what level alkaline or level of acidic to use with what, and that's how you end up getting the value in it on top of just drinking the hydrogen water. So like, for example, cooking with it, using it for cuts and scrapes or acne or rosacea or eczema, using it for cleaning, for all sorts of skin care. Yeah, it's the value really gets reached when you know how to use the machine and all the different levels that come with it.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate you coming on and sharing with everybody. Look forward to next time. We'll see you we'll see you at the event, and then for you and anybody else who's in our lifestyle artists, we have the after party. I guess you call it a party. I don't know.
It's always a party when we're hanging out. You know, it's just not how we used to party when we were younger type of thing. It's always a good time, and I really, really look forward to seeing you guys in person. It's been way too long. All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, buddy. Drive. Take care.